Namaskar. Good morning, good day, Suraj Singh, civil engineer from Bharat, India. Again, present in your service regarding explanation of power of soul. Soul, as I explained to you before, I just repeat soul, power of soul. Soul is very important. Soul rules everybody in this universe, world particularly on this globe. I'm talking about that power which is named soul, and you all know about soul. Soul supported by strength, this is strength that is called the spirit. I I explained to you in certain details in elaboration in last two videos. In continuation, I explained to you about how soul moves, how does it move through human body. Human body means male and female. I'm just explaining about that. I have been explaining about that in relation to certain numbers. Numbers means these numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have just worked out, charted out certain parameters, attributes that can be accepted onto these numerals, which are very important. And I have also confirm that these numerals have got nothing to do with subjects like numerology or subjects like astrology or palmistry or some other subject in relation to forecast of luck. It is not connected to luck. It is connected to work. It is connected to your duty. It is connected to your work. How can you make use of parameters or attributes that are acceptable in relation to these numbers, and how can you apply to that onto your life? Your life means I am taking relative values of your date of birth in comprehension and just trying to find out how you can use plus points or minus points. Plus point means how can you benefit out of that for efficiency of your work, as well as how can you remedy if any impact from negative values come to you. In that last short lectures, short talks, I just gave certain effects of these powers and explained how sound moves, how it has got relation to nature, how it has got relation to your body, because body and soul work together. I told body cannot remain live if soul doesn't possess into this body. Body plus soul is called living being. If soul is taken off body, this is called dead body, and person has got no relation in that time to this earth. It is called dead body. But if soul is intact in body, it is called live being. And I am considering this body as equipment, as an equipment, as a machine of nature that was manufactured by nature for its use, not for my personal use. This machine is for nature use, God's use. There are 6 billion, 7 billion, or whatever number of billions people in this world, all are equipments or machines supported by soul electric power. Soul is like electric power in any appliance, and every person is an appliance. Every person is equipment. Every person is a machine. We have to consider in that way so that emotions are avoided. I am not interested in talking of emotions. I am interested in talking of calculations, in talking of logic, in talking of scientific methods, in talking of mathematical formulas, and just to understand basis of this subject. I am interested in talking that. It is up to you people if you believe this or if you don't believe this. There is no problem to me if you don't believe this, and there is no happiness to me if you believe this, because I am duty. I learned something on my own from God, and I am just sharing it with you. It is up to you to explain yourself or to accept me. If you explain to yourself, it's fine. If you don't explain to yourself, that is also fine. Because I am talking my mind, and I'm not forcing any of you to accept what I share with you. I explained to you last started with certain degree of palmistry. So I'm not concerned with palmistry anymore. I was not concerned ever with palmistry. I just explained to you certain connections that our palms and hands have got with physical brain. I explained to you about brain sphere, which is accepted medically. I explained to you of land hand connection with right hemisphere of brain, and right hand connection with left hemisphere brain. I explained to you about logic relations, about rationalization relations, about emotional relation, about spiritual relation of these hands with brain hemispheres. I explained to you about Right hand is connected to left and left hand is connected to right, and one has got spiritual relation, whereas one got rational and practical relations. Spiritual relations are connected to acceptance of information that are fed by Almighty, and other one is rational, that takes you to working, that takes to execution of that. Generally, it is called a right hand is used for execution of work, while left hand is used for spiritualism. Though people call this is for female and this for male, I condemn that. I don't accept that. That is up to you to accept. This palmist or they tell I'm not caring about this. I don't care about that. I just explain to you certain minds mounts on these mounts. I explain to you certain shapes, that's called square shape, rectangular shape, or mixed shape. These three are major shapes I explain to you. I explain to you about square shape, which means practicality of human being, while rectangular shape is imaginary value, and mixed one is both practical use and imaginary value. I explained to you about certain lines, but I didn't go to detail lines. I named to you about these mounts which were there. I explained to you all. It starts with Jupiter, goes to Saturn, goes to Sun, goes to Mercury, and to Mars, and goes to Moon, and goes to Venus, and comes back to Mars, and then reaches Jupiter. This circle I explained to you. I explained to you out of this that there are links, two types of major links. One is connected from Jupiter to Saturn and to Sun. Other route is connected reversely. If you go from Jupiter, go to Mars and go to Venus and go to Moon and go to Mars and go to Mercury and come back to Sun. These two I explained. One was related to fortune, good fortune. If you're born in a rich family or prosperous family, you enjoy life, you do nothing. And if you are not born in a rich family, you have to work in life, you have to struggle in your life. You have to follow other route, which is again I explained to you. I explained to you before also. It starts with Jupiter, it goes to Mars, it goes to Venus, it goes to Moon, it goes to Mars, and goes to Mercury, then goes to Sun. This is called karma route, work route, without which you cannot life. You want to progress in your life on a round, self-made person, you have to follow this route. This is called U-shaped karma yoga. And that was fortune yoga, which was from Jupiter to Saturn and Sun. Jupiter to Saturn means Jupiter and Saturn are opposite to each other, but when they are developed, if the Jupiter is developed and Saturn is developed, you get prosperity in your life, but you cannot do anything on your own. You will enjoy luck. You can be called born silver smooth or golden spoon diamond spoon. No, that's different one. You can be a king born, but Saturn is down in case it is not up. Both are not equal. Jupiter is up, then you are a leader with revolution power in you, because lower Saturn is revolutionary. That's not actually Saturn. That's what it's called Uranus. Uranus and Saturn have got same location. It flies your mind, it gives you flying power, and you work on that called revolutionary Saturn. Both are opposite to each other. Jupiter is political, Saturn is political. And other parameters, other attributes of these amounts I explained to you in last video. No need to repeat that one. Why I'm saying after that I explained to you what about soul, what is the meaning of soul, how it operates. There is a soul spectrum, soul network around universe, starting from God location, going through all space and then penetrating through all solar systems and reaching man, reaching human beings available on Earth. We are available on Earth. This is called our planet. This is a part of space and this is part of God and this is construction of Brahman. Everything is integrated in that. It's nothing specific, nothing isolated. It's a part of the planet, and we are always staying in space. In fact, we say we are going to space, but we are already in space because we are not. That is a part of space. Other part of Brahman, it's a part of the universe. It's not 9 planets, and it's also this solar system is also one of billions of solar systems existing in the universe. Or I say, Earth, we are on Earth and we are connected to soul. Soul means soul comes from power. This power comes from God. Whoever God said, they don't care of name. That comes to space and this comes to all solar system, energized there, and this, we get energy from there. And we are all staying in envelopes. I'm staying in my envelope, you are staying in the envelope. That envelope is external force, external electromagnetic field is working around me, and I am like a hanger. I'm hung property. I'm a hung person, hung unique, hung identity that's being that's I'm hung by this spiritual power, by soul power. And this envelope which I'm staying, this is my natural support. But I have to, some part of this energy is coming to me for purpose of survival. Means from 1 to 4 numbers I explained to you, we are able to survive, but from 4 onwards to head, We have to take ourselves. Means one number I have told you, 8 number was total. All network is number 8. But when you go to the entry, the bodies comes from organ. It comes from genital of human beings, maybe genital of male, genital of female. Where it enters called number 1, and this goes further up is called number 2. The seminal stores there, and further which is real metal, which is null. It is number 3, and which is heart zone is number 4. Is emotional. Up to this point, you have to live automatically until you expire this body, until you go from this earth. And from 4 to 6, 6 is forehead and brain power is 6, and you have to come from 4 to 6 on your own. You have to work, you have to do your duty, you have to think, you have to do all that, you have to concentrate, you have to do this, and then you reach 6 is very powerful, and in between 6 and 4 there's a 4, 5, which is located at neck, a connection to the body and hand, but that is actually number 5, which is the God's seat, is God's power. And after number 6, there is external force again, and that is called oracle, skull. Number 7 is natural location, and number 8 and 1 are 8. 1 is in the body, but 8 is in net. So these numbers internal in the body, other numbers outside. If you draw a circle around all planets, that's called zero circle, zero sphere, and 9 number moves in that zero, whereas number 8 moves in all areas. So number 5 is God location, number 7 is oracle, number 6 is mind, head, number 9 is in zero, and zero itself is zero, encompassing all planets. And number 4 is my heart zone, and number 5 is a neck portion related to God. Number 3 is navel, number 2 is seminal stone, number 1 is genital. This I discussed with you before. In addition to how it moves, I discussed with you. How to take off use of this, I discussed with you. And then I discussed with you many other issues in general. Formula I derived, I discussed with you in the shape of 3, 4, 5, 6, and up to 143, because I explained to you that I worked on Gregorian calendar, which is 1st January year 1 to 31st December year 100, which gives you a sum total of date plus month plus year without century, and that is given as 3 to 143 numbers in this calendar for whole years out of 365 days, and one number applies to you on your date of birth. That's what I talked to you about. And these are 141 numbers. So for purpose of date of birth, there can be any number. I explained to you about one formula which I derived based on these figures, because if you triangle and put these numbers in sequence on clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then clockwise direction, and sum up all the sides, and 3 number side, and 4 number side, and 5 number side, and all number sides, we derived to a formula which was 6 into number of sides plus 2. The result of this on all sides, if you take 143, whatever number of diagram size, one of number of sides, you have 100 number sides, 200 number side, 500 number size, whatever number of sides you take and apply that sequence of number flows, you'll get sum of each size, that is number of sides into 6, and add to that is the result number. That is the result. Any number multiplied 6 to add is equal to result number. That I explained to you. I explained to you about how human standing on earth, how spiritual working around that, how network of soul working around that, how is connect to human being, how human has network connection through all planets and through this and that, and the connection to other solar systems. I explained to you that one. I explained to you about, so briefly explained to you, not in details, that was about inundator for the design and hexal design, which is connected to female and male for purpose of generation, which I explained to you later on, maybe today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, but that briefly I had discussed with you. There are certain locations of powers, and it's called Devis in that portion. And now I explain to you something more. In this connection about soul power, operation of soul in your life. This is just a revision. This is a brief. I first to know what I did, because those who could not see this video, those who could not participate with me, must be told what I have done. So that's the continuation. Now I am going to something else now, which is a hypothesis. I explained to you about hypothesis, how it works. Maybe it is imaginary, it's not scientific evidence, but even then something is seen, and we have to understand that. That is based on calculation, it's not based on something one. Hypothesis means I explained to you about how my mind works, how your mind works. I say mind was it was first job God had done, and my mind has certain silicon chips in this certain cell, because we are all made of silica or sand or earth, we call that. And computer SIM card is also made of silicon chips, we call that. So I say our mind, everybody minds, there's a mind here, is the external portion is called skull. Within this there is chips, that is brain, and the brain has certain dimensions, certain size. Let us say if it is having my head, what size approximately should be, we cannot measure actually, but we can assume. You can assume say I'm working on my calculations based on 200 centimeters square of size. 200 centimeters square brain size. It may be 150, it may be 180, it may be 250, it may be 300. But I'm taking now is 200 centimeters square and using formula micron, that is 10 to the power minus 6, which is a real formula in mathematical terms. So what I'm now trying to say that I want to travel through my mind. I want to travel using my mind, mental power, my power of soul. My power of soul stays in my mind. Though it stays throughout my body and it stays throughout the network outside body, but because I'm using my mind, I'm using my power, my mind is getting energy from food I'm taking in, water I'm taking in, air I'm taking in, I take in air, I take in sun, I take in food, I take everything from nature, I take respirations. All these are functional for survival of body. That's more. If these agencies are not available, I cannot function. I cannot even live. If my respiration doesn't work, if I don't take water, I don't take food, I don't take vegetable, I don't take air, I don't take sun, I don't take anything, then there is no question of my survival. I'll be either come or full stop. Period. Means go away. Up to this, I think you understand. Now what I say, I want to take my mind either in dream or in half vision or in full vision or in alive mode. I want to travel, staying here on earth in this body and moving around to Brahma, to universes. How can be done that? You would say it's just joking. Yes, I'm joking. Of course, joking is a part of life. And if you understand something, joking is very good because joking is entertainment. Mind is refreshed every time. It refreshes continuously. If you are working in joke mode, if you are in too serious mode, it's up to you. Both are same for me. There's no trouble. In joking, in entertainment, you can learn. In being very serious state, you can learn. Both are there. Both are important because this is after all mind. Mind should work fresh, and fresh only it remains if your thoughts are fresh. If you don't accept stresses and strains, people call it stress. I'm stressed. No, you're not stressed. You can't be stressed. You're strained. There's some tension in your mind which is irritating you, which irritates you. Remove that. Be fresh. Be have jokes. Talk something. Be happy. Feel happy. Even if you are not happy, feel happy. All right. I am saying what I'm going to talk to you is hypothesis. It's not practical. It's not evident, but it is below thinking. Means it is thinking only. A class of thinking, a school of thought. You think and you understand design. Don't you cannot prove something. I cannot see. How can I prove electricity? I cannot see. How can I prove this exists? But it is proved by use of application, use of appliance, use of appurtenances that we use using current of electricity. Same thing applies to your mind. I am living being itself is an evidence that there is all power, there is God, there is power, there is spirit, there is everything. If I'm living, you are living, this is proof itself. God exists, nature is working, sun is there, moon, everything is there. We are seeing, but this one we are not seeing because it can't be shown. It's more important than all other things. Sun is not that important, soul is. Because it is invisible, the secrets of God. God kept his secrets, so we should respect it, should honor that. It is my secrecy, your secrecy. We have all this. We are using this. I'm talking when my soul is talking. You are listening because your soul is listening. That's what I'm talking. Hypothesis means something which cannot be proved and undertaken with use of mind only, which cannot be explained in expressed way, but which can be felt, which can be honored internally, externally, both way. But communication is very difficult. We can communicate to God in forms of prayers, but we cannot prove it. I can reach God in forms of my thoughts, but I cannot prove it. I can see God in my mind, but I cannot prove it. Same thing for hypothesis. It is not hypothesis, it's hypothesis, and it's not thesis. Thesis can be all logical. Hypothesis cannot be logical. Hypothesis can be logical. That can be super. So we are not even going to stress of thesis because I have no thesis for this. I only thought, and that thought, that imagination, that artistic articulation, I am going to share with you in form of this hypothesis of calculation of size based, brain size based, further spherical dimensions and their sizes and their scope. I explained to you last time that if you consider 200 centimeter size of brain, which can be disputed as well, but there is no question dispute. I'm assuming, if I assume something is allowed in engineering, allowed in mathematics, or yeah, let's assume this, let's assume that, and we'll see later on our assumption is right or our assumption is wrong. That can be logically accepted or rejected, no problem, but what can be done on that by imagination? So I'm saying, let us consider 200 centimeter square size of an average person, and I explained last time that it results in a size of 80-meter ball on your head in form of oracle, which is a memory component of your mind, but that activates only when you sleep. It works all time, but its size can fully operate when you are in sleep mode. This was based on certain considerations, certain values, and now that is a micron I explained to you as 10 to the power minus 6, you all know that. If it is 10 to the power minus 6, means projection should be 10 to the power plus 6, right or not? If I say something is 10 to the power minus 1, mathematically what does it mean? Do you know that? If I say 10 to the power minus 1, something value is some value is that, it means 10 to the power minus 1 is 1 over 10. 10 to the power minus 2 is 1 over 100. 10 to the power minus 3 is 1 over 1000. It is like that. It is simple mathematics. It is not algebra. It is not trigonometry. It is simple calculation which can be understood in a plus and minus, because in mathematics plus and minus both are valuable. Multiplication divisions are relatively valuable, but plus and minus are physical entities in mathematics, which is the most important. Negative values and plus value both work together. In a graphics, you say this is a graph, this is x-axis, y-axis, and origin is there. On the right side of x-axis, origin is positive. On left side of x-axis or negative. Similarly, on right upside of y-axis is positive and downside of y-axis negative. Similarly, z-axis can be consumed, but we are taking only two-dimensional now. You understand that if you are standing on a crossing on right side, let us consider right, and left side is left is negative, that is positive. Similarly, the upper side is called positive, downside is called negative. This way you can understand what I mean, because maybe everybody is not expert in mathematics, but it's not that level of mathematics I'm discussing with you. Simple mathematics, just like 2 into 2 is 4. It is upper is a positive y-axis, down is y-axis negative, right side of axis is positive, left side of axis is negative. This way you can understand. It's easy, it's nothing rocket science and nothing like that. So I will start now discussing on file, which is Excel one, which is very important file, and this is Excel file that I already kept with you in form of already with you there. This is in form of calculation sheet, which is of course not Excel, maybe here in your, this is PDF. This file has certain columns. Name of this file is hypothesis on Excel, but there may be PDF. There are many columns in that, and I have tried to give you various calculations starting from first minus power to many minus powers, and I have tried to cover various concentrations of brain. Let me explain to you concentration first of all before going further, because it's very important. Understand concentration. What is concentration? We say you concentrate on this. Somebody says you concentrate on this. What is concentrate? We should understand that first before going further explanation. Otherwise, you may confuse yourself and you will not able to have clear image or clear description of what I'm saying. It's not mine. It is, I'm just also repeating to you. We say concentrate. We say center. Yes, keep your eyes centered on this point. Suppose someone says, I am here sitting here, there's a point on wall. You just watch by both eyes this point for a moment. Somebody says like that. Yes, you don't divert your mind. You don't divert your eyesight. You just keep your line of collimation of your eyes directly to that point. Say, let us say, I say, watch that point, for example. I keep watching that point, 555 in a double triangle for long, and I don't try to think of what's wrong with that. That is called centration. So I'm centering on that point. This means center means in Hindi it's called kendrikaran. I am just working on kendrikaran on my eyesight to certain one object. I keep that continuously for hours together, for further hours together and for further hours together. What's one intensity of my eyesight to look at that point will go on gradually increasing from value when I just started putting my focus on that object. And when I keep focus on that object and watching and viewing that for long, my potential of watching that will increase. Either I fall asleep, something I see in my vision, or I keep watching that with physical eyes. That is called concentration. This means I gave you a reference, but if you keep thinking on something, for example, say this is some object, tree is there, or some other pen is there, or book is there. I keep thinking about that, how it was originated, how could be processed, how you just make your thoughts, make your school of thoughts in series just for one object and think about that and submerge yourself, merge yourself into that to know what is that. That's called concentration. They say keep your concentration on studies, on mathematics, on physics, on chemistry, on this, on that, on understanding society, understanding sociology, understanding nature. That is called concentration. Means don't use your mind on five objects at a time. Use your mind just for one object, and keep thinking, and gradually thinking on higher level and on highest level and that is called reaching objective, reaching destination. That is called concentration. So when you concentrate on something, on anything, everything, whatever, in a fixed target or a fixed milestone goal, that is called objective concentration. What I'm talking is about objective concentration. I may not explain about this because I'm concentrating on an object and I want to know about that object. And that object will explain to you when I concentrate fully on that how it was generated, how it worked. If I had some information that will be augmented further for my knowledge. That concentration is very important in life, in each and every subject, in each and every issue, in each and every point in life to live on to progress. That is called concentration. It doesn't, you may call it in Hindi yoga. Okay, yoga, fine, no problem. Why do you think of yoga or something else when it is in my mind? My mind is my power. Your mind is your power. If your mind doesn't work, your body fails. You are just like a buffalo, you know. You're just like an animal, just like a dog barks and doesn't do anything. He doesn't think why I'm barking. Dog doesn't think there's no meaning in barking. There's no meaning in running behind a car when car is moving. But it goes on following car until that car leaves and this dog comes back. Same thing happens. These animals are not supposed to think or concentrate. They have just that much thought power which can allow them survive life. But for human being, duty is different. Human being has been produced for some other purpose, for an objective in life. Or he has been given some milestones to achieve, and that's called that's the life. They say human life is a gift of God. Of course, it's a gift of God because this is manav. This is not animal. Manav means standard, first, awal, man awal. Manav comes from man awal. Man means standard, manak. Awal means first. Man is first standard. Human is first standard. Human means all male, female who are there, they are standard one creature, and these animals are not in that line. They are standard two creatures. Two in sense of thinking power, not in sense of existence power. About concentration, I'm again saying, my mind, your mind, everybody's mind is born, is devised, is designed, is spirited in its soul to think and do. Only thinking is not adequate. Only knowledge is not adequate. Application knowledge is also important. I have many degrees with me, many courses I have passed. I am having this degree, I am doctor, I am engineer, I am professor. That works only if I use my knowledge I earned. And my knowledge I earned is also not end of my life, my education. Knowledge should be kept always in. Don't leave knowledge off. If you keep knowledge in your books and say, this is my book, I passed this and now if anything is required, I'll open this and see, that is not a way. Keep thinking for that thing you learned. You will get more improvements on that. That is concentration. If you close book, keep in shelf or throw it out, your degree got no value because you have only one certificate. We cannot speak. We cannot that can speak only yes, this person passed this. But you must have that knowledge as well. If I passed engineering, I must be having knowledge of engineer. I must be having knowledge of doctor if I'm doctor. But that doesn't happen. We forget. We are human beings used to forget. We forget because we don't understand our mind. Our mind has that information that I learned in college and universities, but I don't use that because I have no opportunity to use. If I had opportunity, I would have used that. But here, mind is available. If you start thinking on something, you keep on thinking, on thinking, on thinking, on thinking, on thinking, on thinking for long, you will find you're getting without request certain information to your mind which never studied in books or in colleges. Some information is coming, some feedback is coming because you are keeping thinking. Your signals have been stronger when you think. Your natural waves are stronger when you think. Your hypothetical and hypothetical powers start working on your two brain, and that start pouring in certain news, certain information, certain proven works from nature. Your mind operates further. You lose your sleep. You think in your sleep also. You think and you dream of that subject, and that is called concentration. Your mind is not so simple. It is having more power than thorium, more power than uranium, more power than nuclear fission. It is super nuclear fission. Nuclear fission can give you just bomb, atom bomb, hydrogen bomb, some bomb. But your mind is very soft. It is bomb of bomb. It is super, super, super bomb. That bomb explodes and destroys some physical material. But your mind creates physical material. That is the difference. If you use atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, hydrogen bomb by fission and explode it, what will happen? People will die, walls will fall, houses will fall, blasts will happen. Means it will create negativism. And the same nuclear power creates positivism, atomism when you use it for electric power. Use it for some other work. Same thing here. My mind is an electric station. They are now saying you are using you use a solar system for electric supply. Okay, they are using, people are using, of course. Electric power is there, but the new generation of new, you can say renewable energy, electric power you are using by solar method, solar system. This is also solar. I explained to you before also. This is natural solar, and your artificial solar is giving you energy. Natural solar system shall give you many times of that energy. I can say that I can increase capacity of my mind by application of thoughts, by application of thinking, by application of working, by application of forwarding myself, by application of further forwarding myself, breaking my own records. That is what I'm saying. Concentration, concentration, super concentration, and super concentration. So I think you understand what I mean to say about that. Now let's go back to what I was talking about. I was saying, let us start certain parameters, certain given one. We will start with minus power, and we will change to plus power, and we'll find a spherical area of that diameter, and then for what diameter it should be, and what should be oracle diameter. Oracle is same thing I'm telling you, aura. People in general language call it aura. It is oracle. Oracle is a globe on my hand, or I am in Oracle USA, because when a small Oracle is there, it should be on my head. But it's so big, then my size doesn't matter because I may be 170 centimeter, I may be 160 centimeter, 150 centimeter in height. And if that is in kilometers, my size and proportion got no value, so it is ignorable, it's negligible. So I would say I myself am dipped in aura, dipped in Oracle. I have given name of Oracle because Oracle is correct name. Aura is also correct name in consideration of this yogaism, whatever it is. I don't care about that. Point is that my aura is my soul power. It is my strength. It is my spiritual power. If I believe in spiritual soul, if I don't believe it, thank you, no problem in that case. My aura is my globe. My aura is my scope. My aura is my focus. My aura is my light. My aura is my power. My aura is my part of God. If I want to discover God, that is God. God is not available in this physical structure, physical building. It's available in this natural building. Is controlled here and distributing energy from here, as well as I am pulling energy from my bottom up. This is what is. However, I spent so much time on explaining it, but this was very important to let you know that what I'm talking about. It's not simply I'm barking and telling something. I am not forcing anybody to accept. I'm saying, I'm just explaining. It's up to you to accept it or not to accept it, because there's no compulsion on it. It is all mathematical based. It is not based on astrology. It's not based on numerology, or not based on any other underived subjects. I don't believe in zodiac because that is a faith. I don't believe in palmistry. That is also a consideration. Palmistry is a graphics for me. It is not a forecast. I consider it as graphics. That's it. Graphics, because it indicates what your mind is, nothing else. This keeps on changing and this keeps on changing. Lines keeps on changing. Mounts keeps on developing down and up. But this tells is a mirror of my mind. If I cannot read your mind, but just I can get an idea what you are by watching at your hand. You can also do this. If it is a square, simply meant to be practical, you can simply say. Very simple. Don't need to go into any astrology or any chemist or someone. If your hand is like a square, means this side is equal to that side. Both length and breadth are equal. This square, and you say you got a practical person. If length is more, this say rectangle, it is this rectangle. Length and breadth are not equal. It's called rectangle. A rectangle means imaginary person. This is simple. Kavi, poet, novel writer, speaking just based on nothing. All these are imaginary people, hypothetical people. So square means square. That's it. No argument on that. And imaginary means rectangle. And mix of both means practical as well as theoretical. Imaginary. This simple consideration, and you can see these mounts and contour. What I mean, all this if you join as contouring. Contour means same height level is flows across. This is a mount, this is a mount, all these mounts are there. If these are developed means up and down, you can see which is upper is more valuable, which is down is less valuable. If upper, for example, here Venus is higher, Moon is lower, so Venus has more value, this is less value. That's it. Venus is here, this is more value, this is less value. Simply we can say we know properties of mounts. Mounts are very simple. Jupiter means leader, political leader. You can lead. Saturn is a judge, you can say. Judge means if it developed, it opposes politics. When judge is powerful, it doesn't value politics. Politician. He delivers judgment against him if political person is wrong. Similarly, sun means work, result. Also, when you pass, you are getting fame. This is sun, it gives you force to work. Mercury gives you communication, calculation, memory, coordination. And Mars are energies. This is Mars, and this is energy supplying to all. And Venus is like science, scientist. Romance is also science, yoga. I got romance is science as well. And you can say destruction is also scientific. So Venus is different. It's love affair, love. It is romance. It is science. It is like that. Because scientists and politics cannot stay together. Politicians and science are different. They are opposite to each other. Similarly, judge and politicians are opposite to each other. Let's go to moon. Moon is what? What is moon is not? Is only sun. Is getting energy from sun. So you say it is superficial power. Moon is superficial. You are getting a superficial support. This is just of mountains. Means your mountain, all mountains are developed in a proper way. You say you will not be defeated anymore because you have direct power. You have feedback from every mount to work in your life to get success, and you work to get success. And that's simple. There's no luck or fortune in that case. If you are a practical person, you want to work for your future, you have to work and you get answers, you get results. If you do 100% results, you may get 90%, 70%, 60%, depending upon you how correct you were in your work. And you get answers. So simple. So don't worry about lines and this and that. Lines only indicate connection, nothing else. And these keep on changing permanently. Don't worry with that. The spiritual hand, executive hand, these are hand for you, not for someone else. If your hand is spiritual, it gets full power from nature. If your hand is practical, you work on that. If you're not practical, you will not. You just stay, no, write a poem, write a novel. Oh, I got it, and thank you very much. That's it. Keep it that way. Be logical. Be practical. Be scientist based. Don't be, you can say, imaginary based. Don't believe in saying. Do believe in watching. Believe in seeing evidences. That's what it says. So concentration is very important form of life. You concentrate on studies, you will pass. You don't concentrate, go to temple and ask God, please get me pass. God cannot get you pass. So simple. Because the study itself is a tapasya. It's a tapasya as a concentration, continue to something in a positive way to get certain result, to reach certain goals. That is called concentration. It's called tapasya. Temperature, tapasya means tap, temperature. When you study, you get temperature in the mind, temperature in the body, and you get temperature of thoughts. It doesn't mean temperature of heat, not at all. temperature of developing heat inside your mind side. Your body is having temperature 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit. It has got some relation to you, right or not? If your temperature is up and down on that, you say, I am fever, I have a fever, I'm suffering from fever. Yes, that is right. There's a temperature in body, there's a temperature outside, which should tally to each other. If outside heat, you cannot tolerate it. If outside cold, you cannot tolerate it. Same thing here. So let's go back to your calculations. I say, for example, let me take my, start with chip power 1, chip capacity. I say I have, first I say minus 1 power. Minus 1 means 1 over 10 means 0.1, right? Then what is its projection? Using formula 10 to the power minus 6 micron formula. This is for value of zero point 0.1. It should be 10 to the power minus 1, but when I take plus side, it should be 10 to the power plus 1. 10 to the power plus 1 means 10, because power of 1 is 1. If I calculate it further to see, after applying spherical formula onto this projection, I will find an spherical area, in this case 0.064 square meter. 0.064 square meter for this value of 10. This value of 10, maybe you're not getting my point, right? What I'm saying is, I'm just again explaining to you that I started with minus 1 power, which is 1 over 10. Then I converted it to plus 1 power, that is 10, which is a projection, positive power. And that projection, when converted to spherical area, it gives a spherical coverage of 0.064 square meter. 0.064 square meter in case of 1, right? 1 over 10 converts to 10, which gives a spherical surface 0.064 square meter. And this is dependent on 200 square meter. So I use this value of 200 square meter, and I reach oracle diameter of 0.25 meters. When you calculate yourself, you understand, file is with you. You can understand what I mean to say. When I assume 200 square centimeter of brain, yes, brain surface, brain area for me in form of silicon chips as a part of computer chips, I get a diameter of oracle, diameter of a ball on my head, 0.26 meter, and this is 0.00025 kilometers. Simple. This is when I use 1. 1 means what? 1 means starting value, 0.1. If I get 0.01, means minus power of 0.01, this means 10 to power, means 1 over 100 I am talking now, not 1 over 10, I am talking now 1 over 100. When I am using 1 over 100, its plus value is 100, right? 1 over 100 means up is 1, down is 100, and when we convert to projected part, it is 100. And when this project part 100 is spherically designed and spherically calculated, surface of a sphere comes to 0.64 square meter. This 0.64 square meter gives me a value based on 200 square centimeter of oracle area, which is 0.8 square meter, 0.8 meters dia of this ball on my head. 0.8 meters. 0.8 meters is less than a meter, means less than 3 feet. It gives me kilometers of 0.00779 kilometer. Leave it now. I'm just explaining how you understand. Now let us go to number 3, which is 1 over 1000, and projection is 1000. And if you say what is third value of spherical area, this is 6.366 square meter, or 6.4 square meter in this case. And brain size, if you consider 200, it gives me 2.52 diameter, 2.52 meter diameter in value of 3. Similarly, if I go to 4, so it is 1 over 10,000. 1 over 10,000 means 10,000. And 10,000 means spherical area is 63.66. 63.66 square meter means, considering 200 square meter, 200 square centimeter, my surface area of head, it gives me 7.97 square meter of oracle surface, which gives me Sorry, this is, yes, 10,063.66 spherical area, surface area, and 7.98 diameter of oracle. Now I am going to fifth one, which is 100 over 1 lakh. 100, 1 over 1 lakh. 1 over 1 lakh means 1 lakh. And its spherical area is 637 square meter, and its brain area, keeping 200 centimeter square brain size, it is 25.23 meters diameter of that oracle on my head. These are normals I am discussing with you, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. But now I am going to the starting point, and that is sixth one, which is 0.000001, or 1 over 100,000. Once 1 over 1 with 6 zeros, and when you get positive one, it is 1 with 6 zeros, and it's called plus minus micron and plus value of micron. 1 over 1 with 6 zeros, and then reverse as 1 with 6 zeros. This means spherical area is 6,000 or 6,366 square meter in that sphere. 6,366 square meter. And if you convert this to oracle diameter, which based on 200 square centimeters chips size, brain size, this gives you a value of 79.79 meters. I explained to you before that on an average person of 200 centimeters square, there is a ball of about 80 meters, and this is 79.78836 meters, which is same as 80 meters approximately. Here starts, you can say, datum line of a normal person, where 10 to the power minus 6 formula is used with 200 square centimeter of brain size, and it reaches a value of 80 meters oracle dimension, oracle diameter for a normal person. And when you start this as datum line for sixth, you can say an every person must be this one. While sleeping, he can travel in 80 meters. Its mind can travel in 80 meters, and this 80 meters dia means there can be stored about 4 lakh A4 size pages in that surface of oracle, and interconnected within that space of oracle. That is called software management in oracle. And what is actually stored is 400,000 pages of A4 size. Is a big size. If you consider even 1,000 pages of a book, you can say 400,000 pages, 400 books can be stored in your oracle. 400 books, not easy job. Even in engineering degree, there are not so many books. No school, no degree teaches you 400 books of 1,000 pages. No one can teach you that. But what is stored there? There is storage of education. There is storage of what you read in your life, what you memorize in your life. There is, you go to films and watch films. You go to see whatever relevant. All are stored in your memory. Once you are aged now, once you remember what were you in your eighth standard, what were you in infancy stages, all recall immediately, because memory is stored there in that A4 4,000 sizes, 400,000 A4 sizes papers. That is a memory. That you can understand on an average person of 80 meters oracle placed on head, how much value that person having without using mind further. And those persons who were below 6, below this datum, they started from 10, 100,000 after, so they were in smaller diameters. They were, you can say, mandabuddhi, we call it, less developed mind people. But I'm taking starting from this 80 meters diameter. Now come on to next one, let us say seventh. Next means when you start concentration on that, on your life work, on your activities, you have this 10 to power minus 6 is increased to 10 to power 7 minus 7. Once you take concentration, it goes to 10 to power minus 7, and its oracle diameter comes to 252 meters, whereas its spherical area comes to 63,661 square meters. See, just one concentration degree increased by 1. It was 10 to power minus 6. Now you, by contemplation, by concentration, by working on and on and on with higher intensity of thought on something, that focus takes you to 10 times of that size, means from 6,366 square meter to 63,661 square meter, and giving you an oracle diameter of from 79 or 80 meters to 252 meters. See how much difference is there? From 80 to 256 are more than three times, 300% increase in diameter and 1000% increase in surface area of that oracle. This is mathematics. You can understand if you know little. Means just concentration and concentration on 1 degree. And if you go further, say 10 eighth one, 10 to power minus 8 in place of 10 to power minus 6 and in place of 10 to power minus 7, now we are advanced further to 10 to power minus 8, which gives you a surface area in a sphere in your oracle of 10 times, that is 6,36,618 square meter. Can you believe it? 6 lakhs 366,018 square meter internal area of a surface area of your oracle, and a diameter of 798 meters. 798 meters, say you can say more than 3/4 of a kilometer. And if you further concentrate and go to degree 9, 10 to the power minus 9, maybe call in your word nano or something, there's nothing to do this, but just for explanation, for reference. I think when you increase it further to value 10 to the power minus 9 with positive value of 9 zeros, you get a surface area of oracle is 63 lakhs. It was 6 lakhs, now it is 63 lakhs 66,182. And oracle diameter enhances to, augments to from 800 or 797 meters to 2,523 meters. Means at degree 9, 10 to the power minus 9, you are having an oracle diameter 2,523 meters, which is, you say, 2.5 kilometers. Can you believe it? Your head is having a magnetic field of, in form of globe, 2,523 meters, which is around 2.5 kilometers. And if you go further to 10th one, means 10 to the power minus 10, which gives you further multiplication of 0, and you get 6 crore. Mr. Simply, now I will not speak full length numerals. I will simply say 6.37 crores square kilometers, square meters. 6.37 crore square meter surface area at degree 9, at degree 10, 10 to the power minus 10. 6.366 crore, which gives you at degree 10 7,978 meters diameter of your oracle. 7.978 meters means around 8 kilometers on your head. A magnetic field operates so many kilometers, 7.9 or 8 kilometers ball on your head. You can imagine how advanced you are now. I think you're getting my point, or no, I'm not sure, but I'll simply say that you are increasing your capacity by having contemplation and concentration on your mind in your work, and not wasting your time, your energy, and as much as power you get into your mind enhanced, it is because of internal energy from your number one natural organ, You are getting into from your envelopment from nature. This is because of that. And your mind is increasing power, and your mind is also applying a supporting power to that. And now we go to number 11, degree 11. Degree I am calling because here degree doesn't mean something else. It means the power 9, power 10, power 11. So this is 10 to power 11, 10 to power minus 11 it is, which is very considerable as well. Again, increase in 10 times of your surface area. It is again 10 times, and I'm just going to tell you size of oracle, because that is more important. That's the square meter area, because this will go on increasing square meter 10 times, and size will increase irrespective of this 10 times, different times. It will be around more than 3. So in case of 10 to power minus 10, it was around 8 kilometers. Now in case of 10 to power minus 12, it is it is 10 to power minus 12, 11. Yes, 10 to power minus 12. It is 79,788, whereas in 10 to power minus 11, it was 25,231. Means 25 kilometers it was in case of 10 to power minus 11, and 10 to power minus 12, it is 79,788 kilometers. 79,788, around 80,000 kilometers while you have on your head. This means you are progressing in life. You are a scholar. You are going on thinking and thinking. You are going and enhancing your magnetic power, magnetic field, and you are immersed in work, you are immersed in research, you are immersed in everything in your life. You are not materialistic now. You are not having bodily worry. You are having your magnetic field worry. You are having your mind capacity worry. You are having yourself dipped in innovations, and that is because of minus 12. And further increase to minus 13. So I'm just going each number just to apprise you how it develops. Now 10 to power minus 13 clearly says that you have now, this is about 2,52,313 kilometers, meters, sorry, meters, 22,52,312 meters, which means 252 kilometers. Previously also I think I made some mistake in speaking. Just revise that. In place of kilometers, in place of meters I spoke kilometers. So I'm sorry for that, but just it is a misplacement of tongue. So because there's another column which is telling about kilometers. So in case of 10 to power minus 11, it was meters in 25,000 meters, say. In case of 10 to power minus 12, it was 80,000 meters. In case of 10 to power minus 13, it is 252,000 meters, which means 252 kilometers. And if you go to 14, 10 to power minus 14, it is 798 kilometers. I'm not just to explain now, it's in another column I'm reading. And if you go further down to 10 to power 15, it is 2,523 kilometers. Similarly, 10 to power 16 gives you 7,978 kilometers. And for example, let us say 18, 10 to power minus 18 gives you 79,788 kilometers. You see how much you are increasing yourself. I just take a break here just to talk to you. See, now where have you reached? You see, you are for every concentration, for every part of concentration and contemplation, and keeping yourself occupied in your work from point to point, from sphere to sphere, from thinking to thinking, from contemplation to contemplation. You have reaching certain records, and that is very important. Means you are no more an ordinary thinker. You are a master of thinking, you are a doctor of thinking, you are born from thinking. You can say you are not living a life of animal, you are living a life of mind. You are a scholar, super scholar. You can think, you have capacity to generate. Your opinions would change. Your life will change. Your concentration will change. You will not be living just for sake of living or eating. You will live for sake of understanding, sake of teaching, say for sake of creating self, creating disciplines, creating formulas, creating thoughts, writing, communication, understanding, creating for help to society, to nation. You will maybe scientist or doctor or engineer or social scientist or political scientist or whatever you may be. You will do creative work because you are concentrating. You are not stealing away. You are giving back to society. You are giving back to nature who brought to you this earth. You are working for construction activity for God, and that is what God requires. God, you're part of God because God created you. God is, you are a God support. This is implication. God wanted your support. That is the reason God sent you here. God did not send you just to live, eat and drink and have marriage and create and produce children. It's not purpose of God. That is what I'm saying. You are in the different capacity. You are in the capacity of favorite of God. So now, if you go further down to more than 20, let us say, because if you go to 20, in 20, I just referred you about 7 in 20, yes, 10 to power minus 20, which says that this is 8, 7 point, 7, 97,883 kilometers, 7 lakh 97,884 kilometers. This is when it is 10 to power minus 20. This is diameter of oracle, and when you go down to 21, it is 25, 23, 129, means it is 10 times of that, which is 25 lakhs, you can say 25 lakhs and more than that. 25 lakhs in case of 21, and then you go to further 10 to power minus 22, it is 78 lakhs, 79 lakhs or 79 lakhs in case of power 22, and when you go to power 10 to power minus 23, it is 252 lakhs. 252 lakhs. And further, if you go to power 24, it is 797 lakhs. 7, you may say crore also. It is a unit. 7.98 crores kilometers. 7.9 crore kilometer. It is in case of 24. So if you go to next one, then just for reference, and just so you understand where you will be. 25, power 25 shall take you to further, and this is 25.23 crores kilometers. 25.23 crores. And if you go to 26 power, it is 79 crores kilometer. If you go to 27, it is 252 crores kilometer dia of your oracle. And similarly, 28 applies and it goes to 79 crores kilometer. 797 crores kilometer. What I would say is, so it's difficult to read these digits, crores, everything. Now, if you go to 31, say, I'm leaving some for your reference on 31 states that this is 2.5 into 10 to power 11. 2.5 2 into 10 to power 11 kilometers. Now here 10 to power 11 means if you use 2.52 and plus if you just like 252 and place 11 zeros, you get that kilometer. Then 32 is 7.97 into 10 to power 13 kilometer, and 37 is 2.52 into 10 to power 14 kilometers, and further increases 38 to 38, that is 7.98 into 10 to power 14 kilometers. See, gradually it is increasing. I cannot use my class. If you go to say 39, 39 means 10 to power minus 39 and projection is 10 to power 39, which gives you a value of aura 2.52 into 10 to power 15 kilometers. You see, you are crossing even sun, you are crossing Jupiter in some cases, you are crossing whole solar system in some cases. Here is 40, which is 7.97 into 10 to the power 15 kilometers. You can't imagine. This is mathematics. But this is. And once you go to 41, this is 2.52 to the power 16 kilometers. Size of your aura. And 42 gives you 7.98 into 10 to the power 16 kilometers. And further, 43 gives you 2.5 into 10 to the power 17 kilometers. I'm just reading it for sake of just understanding how fast it increases based on your power of concentration. Means mind is so powerful. If you keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking without fail, it gives you practicality of personality. Mind personality, and mind personality leads to body personality, and mind personality leads you to talkative personality, and think personality, contemplation personality, understanding personality, creation personality, development personality. And 44 says 7.97 is 10 to the power 17 kilometers, whereas 45 says 2.52 into 10 to the power 18 kilometers, and 46 takes you to 7.98 into 10 to the power 18 kilometers. Beauty. 18. And you then go to by 47 power to 2.52 into 10 to the power 19 kilometers. See, enhancement. But it's not easy. And further 48 you reach. 48 takes you to 7.98 into 10 to the power 19 kilometers. And 49 takes you to 2.52 into 10 to the power 20 kilometers. Now, if you note something here, there is a change of digits and repetition of these numbers. For example, if you start from 41 or say 39 or say 37, you say 37 says 2.52 into 10 to the power 14, 38 says 7.97 into 10 to the power 14, and 39 says 2.52 into 10 to the power 15. You see, there is a difference of, is a multiplication of 3 and more than 3 everywhere. 2.53 into 14 10 to the power 14. 7.97 is approximately 3 times 2.5, a little more than that, and same power 14. While 39 is 2.52 again, which was in 37. But here power is increased by 10 to the power 15 in place of 10 to the power 14. Same thing happens to 40. When I say 7.97 into 10 to the power 15, which is 3 times of that one approximately, and 41 is 2.52, again the same which were in 37, but power is into 16. So there is a mathematical repetition of series in this case. Just like I said in 47, it is 2.52313, and in 10 to the power 19. Similarly, it was same value in 45, but power of 10 to the power was increased to 18. Decreased to 18. Here it is 19, there was 18, 2.5 through 10 power 18, and 2.5 through 10 power 19, whereas 48 says 7.97 into 10 power 19. Now it is approximately more than 3 here. 2.52 and 7.97 into 10 to the power 19, both powers are 10 to the power 19, but digits are 3 times approximately, and 49 gives it again 10 to 2.52 into 10 to the power 20. And 48 gives 7.97884 into 10 to the power 20. So there is a symmetry of increase in every sequence. And it's 48 is 7.8. Then come back again to 49, which is 2.52 into 10 to the power 21. And then 7.97 to 21 and 2.52 again. So again, same sequence repeated. This is mathematics. No one can help. This is automatically in itself. We have to believe, we have to trust this because this is calculation. And 52 is 7.9788 into 10 to the power 22. 53 is 2.5231, again same 2.52 into 10 to the power 23. And 54 is 7.97884 into 10 to the power 50. This means there is a move from 2.52 jumping to 7.97 and then further jumping to 2.52 down and then 7.97. Means degree here and there changing ring, but this is remaining approximately same. 55 or 54 is 7.97 10 to the power 23, and 55 is 2.52 into 10 to the power 24. This is also a determinant, silver line 55. I will explain to you later why it is. And then I just go to 56, 57, 58, and similarly 7.96 and 24. 7.97 10 to the power 24, and 2.52 into 10 to the power 25, and 58 is the 7.97 10 to the power 25. And further go to, they will keep on going somewhere. You will find that 56, 57, 60, let us say 67.97 into 10 to the power 10 to the power 25, and 65, let us say it is 2.52 into 10 to the power 28. And if you go further down, means you will see same repetition with degree of increase in 10 to the power value. It's happening here. Let us discuss again. Well, what do we achieve by saying this? That is a fact. What do we achieve by saying this? You may achieve nothing, of course. It's a talk. It's just discussion. But you may achieve something anyway also. It's mathematics, scientific mathematics. Means I am developing my aura to certain infinite level. Values are there, but those values are like not physical values. If I say my aura has developed to 10 to power 50, 10 to power 40, this means I have some other power which has crossed solar system, because solar system is never more than 2 billion kilometers. If you take from you can say remotest planet, Sun is just 15 crore kilometers from Earth. You know it very well. And Jupiter is about 75 kilometers, 75 crore kilometers from here. In crores means the power of 8. And I'm talking of power of 25, power of 60, power of 30, power of whatever it is. We're talking of 27. Which means we have already crossed solar system. We have already crossed all planets, and planets cannot ruin us now because we are out of their jurisdiction. When I have crossed solar system, maybe I reach some other solar system that cannot harm me because I am not related to that. My sun is different. My stars are different. But I've already dominated of them. I have gone out of their jurisdiction, just like we leave Bharat and go to Gulf. We leave Bharat and go to some other country. My Bharat cannot pull me from there because I am in that jurisdiction, but that jurisdiction cannot harm me because I got visa of that jurisdiction. Something applies here. So I have gone to some values which are beyond my capacity, but I am working. I am working and working, and I'm not die. I'm not that. I'm not. I'm not yielded. I said no. I'm studying. People say I am still researching. Okay, research. This is life. But my mind never gets fatigued. I get fatigued, not my mind. My mind is not emotional. My mind is rational. My mind is your mind as well. Mind means rationalization. Mind does not believe in emotions. When mind is emotional means it is no more. Mind is a command. Mind is a power. Mind is rational. Mind is logical. Mind is analytical. Mind is a thinker. Mind is a dictator. Mind is a supporter. Mind is a power. Mind is a blow. Mind is a philosophy. Mind is science. Mind is engineering. Mind is medical. Mind is nature. Mind is thoughtful. Mind is a creator. Mind is a destructor. All properties mind is having. Brain is having. Then what do you want? God has given you something free. You have to develop that. There's a land here you have to develop. He is giving you magnetic power you have developed, but you don't want to develop. You don't want to use this portion which is just up to here. Not more than that, but you want to use all this portion. All this portion is an infrastructure of this portion. All this portion is electric power station for this portion. You believe in process chain from here to here, from your toe to your head. There's a process chain to initiate that, to generate that, to electrify that, to lignite that. You are using that, you are not using that. What you are using? I want to live. I want to live happily. I want to enjoy this journey of earth. I am a father. I want to be a mother. I want to have kids. I want to let them go to English school. I want them to go to convent school. I want them to be doctor, engineer, or whatever. I want them to be this. This is ambition, very small ambition. Nobody wants to see what sacrifices can be made. If somebody asks to sell you sacrifice, you say, oh, please don't talk to sacrifice. Give me some house to live, good house, good car, Mercedes, BMW, this and that, and Rolls Royce. You will like to have that because you believe in no resistance, you believe in no sacrifices. But God is not that. Why do you want luxury items? My question is that because you want to live comfortable life. Live comfortable life, but live here. Your mind is electric power. Your mind is linked to sun. This is a power station, sub-power station. You are getting free supply of energy from this. That is more important. So I just talk this about calculations just to communicate to you that how mathematics works. And when mathematics works, air works, sun works, moon works, nature works, my respiration works, this means God works. The time my respiration stops, I die. Right? Die or leave this world. Every agency is working round clock. We are not working round clock, but mind is working round clock. No one can stop work of my nose, respiration, my work of heart, my work of body's infrastructure, factory, plant, and my work of mind. No power can stop on this earth except God. They are working for me throughout my life. Mind never stops. Even if you sleep, it keeps working. It takes you to dreams. And you say, what dreams are? You're talking nonsense. Yes, I'm talking nonsense. Dreams are dreams. These are just vision. They are just, you can say, imagination and this drop and your eyes are open. Yes, this drop and your eyes are open. But you were there. Now I ask a question. You go to other country, USA, Canada, stay there for some time, come back. What you bring from there? Mentally, what you brought from there? You will simply say, oh, the roads are very good, facilities are very good, there are so much availability there, law and order is very good, people are very good. I enjoyed America because it's an advanced country. What did you enjoy? Buildings are everywhere, roads are everywhere, powerhouses are everywhere, transportation is everywhere, people are everywhere except some difference in colors, difference in language, difference in culture, difference in dressing sense, difference in license. What else you brought from there? Actually, you did not go there. You have only feeling that I was there. That's also a dream. If I say I was in Gulf for 20 years, yes, I worked there. That's why I was there. I wasn't down there for dreaming. Still, I dream. Yes, I dream because I was there. It's a human being. If you were in your infancy, you still dream. I was in that class. I talked to that boy, and that boy gave me this. Teacher taught me this. He was a favorite to me, and I was favorite to him. He used to tell me, "You are a very good student. You are very bad." Yes, this is a dream. So, dream. Entire life is dream. Whole life is dream. Our study education is a dream. When we didn't know what is 2 plus 2 equal to 4, we learned what is 2 equal to 4. 2 into 2 is 4. But all dream. What is not dream? Dream is life. If I say this, when I am talking to you, this dream, say I am talking to you in dream, you are listening to me in dream, maybe, who knows? I shall know only when I go up to my permanent home. Oh, this is really my life. I would say there. This is my city I belong to, but that on earth, my city was a dream. Who knows that? I say today, this is my wife, this is my kid. When I go up, oh, this my wife was enemy in that age. So my dear, everything is dream and everything is reality. So I am talking to dream, say accept, I accept I am talking to dream, this has got a meaning. But everything has got a meaning. When you say it is 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, is it real? When I say today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is it real? When I say it is 2019, is it real? When I say, oh, this is 2090 according to Gregorian calendar, and this is 2024 according to this calendar, according to Saka calendar, according to Vikram calendar, to Hijra calendar, according to this calendar and that calendar, oh, which is the fact one? Today you are saying it's Sunday. On what basis today you are saying Sunday? When did it start? Who fixed Sundays today? What does it mean? What relation got to nature? Oh, they say this is Monday, this is not good for this work, and that is good for this work. Today is Tuesday, and today is Saturday. I will not take meat because I am worship of Vaishno Devi and this, and we will call like this. But who fixed all this? There's a relation, there's relativity. Of course. I say it's 5 o'clock, 5, we fix one time somewhere, Greenwich, and that says this time, and I have this much difference, that's why but that is also relative. That is also not original. That time where we are taking standards, for example, Indian standard, British standard, American standard, that is also relative. We fix certain meter. This is 1 meter. You say this is standard, but this is also fixed relativity. This is a relation, nothing else. This is not original. Original is God. Original is nature. Original is agencies. Original is everything. We are not. I am originally born, but I am not also relative. I am related to my father, my mother. I am related to my siblings. No one is original if you say. This means everybody is in dream. Dream is not original, dream is a relative. I forget, you forget, everyone doesn't remember. Something you remember, something you don't. Life you remember, somebody you don't remember. So there's no logic, there's no argument saying that this is this and that. School of thought is here, college of thought is here, university of thought is here, research is here, documentation is here, everything is here. All documents are related to mind and mind is related to document. Documents are supporters and mind is original. Original things are required based on principles, based on contamination, based on formula. Do we do that? Science, what is science? Which is science is there. I explained to you earlier also, science has got nothing in itself. Science has got no original basis. Science is just the second work on already done work. God has done everything when God constructed this universe. God designed, did everything which I explained to you in yoga. Yoga means era. It started from somewhere, all nine I named. I named these yugas, could be so many years. But God did everything for us on this earth as well as on other planets which we don't know about. When we go there, we can know, but we are trying to go there, that is all irrelevant. Even if you reach moon, you cannot live there, so far it is. But question is, it's not easy. In human life, you cannot reach Mars. Human life, you cannot reach Sun or Jupiter. This is all waste of time. Okay, from point of view of science development, from knowledge development, it is required. We even don't know about Earth. Today, we don't know about Earth. Earth is whatever is, people don't know. They know simple only. Small knowledge, geology, small knowledge. We know very small knowledge of this and we jump. What I'm saying is, everything is dream and everything is real. Real in the sense of we are living on this earth, and this living is reality. We have to think, that is also reality. And thinking brings everything from your mind, because your mind is full of thoughts. Your mind is free, your mind is equally designed for everybody. If whatever power of mind I have, same power you have, there is no difference. Everybody has approximately same supply of mental power, same supply of designs, same supply of conceiving. God did not do any bad justice to anyone. God did not do any miscarriage in justice. God is a set judge, really based judge, reality based judge. God cannot do friction, cannot create frictions among people, but it is we have to do. This is called Karam Yoga. If I think and say, oh no, my time has not come. I have to think, it's not good time. This star is telling me, that star is telling me, Sun is not with me, Rahu is with me, Pluto is with me, Saturn is not with me, Jupiter is with me or not with me, Mercury is with me or not with me. We keep ourselves in this complex. Wear this ring, wear this stone, they say, oh, your Jupiter is not good, wear Topaz, better, Pukhraj, or your Saturn is not good, wear this, Sun is not good. We are foolish. You tell me, what is this stone? Is it not rock? Where does it come from? Does it come from skies? Does it come from Golok? Or it comes from sun? Where from does it come? It comes from rocks. Rocks have minerals. Rocks have metals. Rocks have all kinds of supplies required for this human being. So one small stone you wear, you think, can it change your luck? Can it change your future? In what deception we have been living. If it is metal, I agree. It is crystal, I agree. It absorbs sun rays, I agree. These sun rays are chemicals, I agree. Photons of sun rays can work with this crystal of metal I wore in my ring, I agree. That can transmit its effect to my finger, I agree. And that finger goes to my body to affect my blood movement, I agree. But this happens not only with this, it happens with nose also, it happens with head also, it happens with something I use in my life, it happens with everything, because my all organs are under All organs are under nature. My organs are getting energy from sun. My all organs are getting power of air. I'm already getting. Why should I wear a ring? Just tell me what difference is there. You say it is like an injection that specific requirement is met. Yes, it is an injection, I agree. Injection is here also. When I get sun rays here, I take same effect as this gives because this is material inside. This is rock inside, soft rock, hard rock, sand, soil, whatever. After all, this comes from five elements. So I have stored here all these types of stones. It depends upon how I work, not depends upon this stone that I use in my fingers because my astrologer suggested to me. I believe that astrologer more than I should believe in my work and my God. Means this stone wearing in ring, in finger is more important than valuing my all remotest father, God. I don't trust in him. I don't trust in my work. I don't trust in my hard work. I don't trust in my contemporary thinking. I believe in one ring suggested by some fake pundit, fake astrologer, fake numerologist. I'm not criticizing. You may think that I'm criticizing because I do my business. I am not doing any business as such. I am not interested in anything to earn from this type of talk, from this type of subject. I have nothing to do with that. I am just in my profession. That is really good for me. But I'm interested to share my thoughts, my contemplations, my power of thinking with you people, subject to condition whether or not you accept it's up to you. But it is my duty to share with you because you are one of me, same on this earth. We all belong to this earth. It is my duty if I can help others successfully or unsuccessfully. It is not in my hands. I have no control on someone else. But I have also learned by my own or by someone. Of course, this subject I did not learn from someone, but from someone that's nature and God. In this case, what I should I say that why am I explaining all this? I am explaining all this because I want to express my mind, my presentation to you. Maybe you understand 5%, 10%, or you understand all. It's up to you. Believe or don't believe, up to you. I believe in nature, I believe in God, not by name, but by power. Soul power. Soul is God, soul is Hindu, soul is Muslim, soul is Christian, soul is Jewish, soul is everything. Because everyone has same. We are all connected together by power of God. I cannot say I am not connected to you. We are connected in a required manner. If I have my brother, I am connected to that brother, to that sister, to my father, to my mother, to my friends. With whoever whom in my life I come in interaction, I am connected directly or indirectly by connection from network of waves and electromagnetic waves or signals that are coming in, and to whom I am connected intensively, that signal is powerful, and to whom I am not connected intensively, signals are not that powerful, and to whom I am not at all connected, signals are there, but this is not linked in. When required, this will be linked in automatically by nature of by work of God. That is what is given behind this theology. I am not calling it theology anyhow. It's called theology because the expression is theology, but it is not theology. It's theurgy. It's an urge. Theurgy. Theurgy means second other planet, other lok. It is called not this lok, other lok. But this is not other lok. This is this lok because God's system is existing here. God's system is existing everywhere. And on earth, we are affected like this. Everybody has same potential, same power, same energy, but depends upon what energy you are using or what energy you are using. There are all types of students in a class, in a college, and all are varying, but power is same with all. Teacher is good for all, books are good for all, but it depends upon one is sleeping in a class, one is awake. One is listening to a teacher, one is not listening to a teacher, one is talking to someone else. Whose friends or tomorrow will or today will match or will run away from class and go to see a movie. It depends upon your activity, means where you have got interest in. You want somebody, you want to be an engineer, your father said don't be an engineer, be a political. Means it depends upon your choice. You are interested in some other, your father is interested in something else. So it depends upon how you live and how you move yourself. Life is in your control. I'm not saying it's in control, but relative control. Everybody knows what is good for him, what is interested in, but one is not supported by, one is not anchored by. If I want to be, suppose something in, I have interest in some other profession, my parents say, no, you have to be IAS and you have to be engineer or doctor, you have to be this and that. That is a classic point. One should be free to choose what wants. If I am thinking, talking to you means I should have enough potential first to talk to you. I should have developed my potential, my energy in such a way that you are able to listen to me. I am able to express my opinions to you. Only then I can successfully communicate to you. If I just waste in talking nonsense to you, you will not listen to me. Of course, I know that. For that, I have to work first. Homework, I have to collect information, I have to create information, I have to interpret those information, I have to coordinate those information. Only then I can talk to you. So simple means simply talking cannot be done like the bomb, 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 or anyone's. You cannot talk like that. You have to think, analyze, and do everything before something I talk to you or someone else. Same thing as happens as a professional. I have to work on information, work on strategy, work on specification, work on trying and everything, and then see what is right, what is not, what is coordinated, what is not coordinated, what is related, what is not related. In that case, I finalize and say this is a coordinated result, and that coordinated results can be applied in field. Similarly, coordination results here. I'm talking to you. So I'm talking something about oracle. Oracle is imaginary. I know it's oracle. You will not see. So he is just wasting time. He doesn't know anything. And okay, you are welcome to talk about that. But you are thinking. You can imagine. When you are in class standard one or when you are born, what potential you had in your thoughts, and now when you are 25 years or 30 years, 40, 50, 60 years, what power you have reached. You can yourself understand where did you start in when you were born or 3 years old or 4 years old in KG, and now you have crossed your 40, 50 years age. What difference is there? You will yourself understand. You understand all differences when you were young, too young, and you had a potential, you were kinetism, you something. When you married, you broke some potential, and you got some more kids, you broke further potential. When you start earning, you got some more potential, and then you, in this way, you will keep on marrying on a curve and reach at age of 60 or 60 something, and you are a veteran. In veteran, you have nothing left. Now you are alone. Of course, you're alone. Your kids are not with you. Your wife may be with you or may not be with you. Your parents may be with you, may not be with you. Then your life is drastically altered and changed. You are a different person now. You are left like alone. So if you are alone, really, there's a time for testing. This alone, you either feel depressed or you feel energized. Both things in there because you have stored energy throughout life. Your energy must be useful to you in your old age, but it's not happening. In old age, people are depressed. I am alone. I have no support at all. What to do? My kids are not with me. My mother is not, father not with me. Means I cannot even cook. I cannot even bike. I'm old man. My body is not permitting me. This happens. The reality of life. You should accept. But we are not. No, we want. Problem is, man has become materialistic. That's the problem. Nothing else. We believe in materials. We don't believe in soul. But we forget that not even a single particle, not even an atom of material, not even a nucleus of material can go with us. This machine also cannot go with me. I came with machine when I was born. I cannot go back in machine when I'm dead. I have to go only with soul. But I was born with soul and machine. That machine is not permitted to go with you, to carry you. Only soul shall go. Incoming is a combination of soul and body, and outgoing is soul only, invisible soul. That is your curriculum vitae, biodata you call, whatever you call it. That curriculum vitae should be powerful. That soul should be powerful. That soul should be kinetic. That soul should be speaking so that you use it for further works, further activities that will be awarded to you by your Almighty. That is required. Here, it's happening in the reverse direction. People want to live luxurious life, kingly life. Oh, they say this man has still an oil. This man is wealthiest in world. This man is top 10. This man is this and this man is that. It's complete imagination actually. You are a storekeeper of money. You are a warehouse of money. How much you are eating, tell me? You are eating few chapatis or few bread or few rice, some vegetable, maybe some non-veg, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. You may be drinking whiskey. You may be eating some very expensive materials, and more than nothing. You have to drink water. You have to drink tea, coffee. That's all. What is more than that? You may be having kids, your family, extended family, all may be enjoying your wealth. But after that, you cannot take even 0.5% of your wealth into your body. You are just a showcase of your life. Oh, I am wearing a sari worth $1 million. I am using a car with $5 million. Okay, fine. But what you did on your own? You used money to buy something. But did you create that? Even that industrialist who manufactures car, he cannot create car if resources are not available within Earth. You know that. Car company has no meaning at all. They are using just extracted material from Earth and manufacturing car. Well, it is permitted, it is legal, it is logistic. But is it real? Is car available forever? It has some life, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and after that you will change it. But you are also a car. You are an equipment. Your car cannot think. It can think only based on AI, artificial intelligence. But you can think based on your soul power. And still you think all times because of your soul power. You can work all times because of your soul power. You can eat all times because of soul power. And you can stop eating all times because of soul power. You can study because of soul power. You can think because of soul power. You can work because of soul power. You can achieve targets because of soul power. You can do whatever you want in life because of soul power, not because of your money power or because of your power. Money power can buy something as a resource, nothing else. Not to say that. Where we are wrong. So let's go back to our calculations. I reached up to 55, say 55 states, that's 2.52 into 10 to power 23 kilometers, which is I consider as a silver lining in this case, because 55, according to my contemplation, according to my calculations, it is unlimited control. You can say unlimited secrecy. 55, which I will explain to you later on what does it mean. But now for time being, let us say it is unlimited controls, unlimited magics, and ultimate line. And I consider, I'm not claiming, I consider this as first sky line. It is 2.52 into 10 to power 23 kilometers. Just imagine 25 placed with 23 zeros, that kilometer I consider location of sky and stars. First layer. That is my first stop. I say there starts the sky. But it is visible. It is visible from Earth. It is visible to me. Sun is visible to me. But sun is very small distance located, just 15 crore kilometer. But here I am talking not crores, I am talking not billions, I am not talking not trillions. It is 23 zeros placed after 25 kilometers. This means my eyes, only part of my body, eyes, is so strong. It is so strong that it can watch sky in day and night time. This means just assume, just imagine power of your eyes. Power of eyes. It can watch up to 25 zeros, 2 meters after 25. Is that powerful? Is it? On so many miles, I can see 15 crore kilometers with sun. I can see sky as well in night and day. So what power it is? Is it possible for human being to make one eye? Go to, let us say, 55 now. Let us get 58. Consider this, and this is 7.98 into 10 to the power 24. And let us go to 60, which is 7.97 to power 25. Similarly, if you go to, let us say, 80, 80, 10 to power minus 80, and 10 to the power 80, and then spherical area is in this case 7.98 into 10 to the power 38 square kilometers, and globe is oracle is 7.98 into 10 to the power 35 meters. Spherical area was 7.97 into 10 to the power 38 square meters, and diameter of ball is 7.98 into 10 to the power 35 kilometers. These are 35 zeros now after 7 or 8. If you place 8 and write 35 zeros, what figure is this? Can you imagine this? It's much more than our coverage. Even on Excel, you cannot calculate this exactly. Similarly, in supercomputer, may not be able to calculate this exactly what is. They will give you answer in scientific terms. And let us say 85. 85 speaks that it should be 2.52 into 10 to the power 38. See, it is gradually going on increasing. It's very significant. And if I read about 88, 10 to the power minus 88, and projection is 88 positive, that gives you 7.98 into 10 to the power 42 square meters spherical area, and 7.98 into 10 to the power 39 kilometers global diameter. And 90 gives you diameter 7.98 into 10 to the power 40. And this keeps on increasing and increasing and increasing. And if you consider this amount where it is in 108, 10 to the power 108, this is 7.98 into 10 to the power 49 meters there. And 109 gives you very attractive figure, and that is 2.52 into 10 to the power 50 meters there. Just imagine where it is, what it is, how far we are reaching, what we actually want. Just imagine what our God has. How could he work like this in that time? Crores years back, not now. Now we are very proud. We have feeling of prideness, of pride. Oh, I can do this. Big scholar. I am scientist. I am noble one. What we have been doing everything provided by superpower. We have not provided anything in the original for us, and we cannot do that even now. Even again, I am telling, a single drop of water we cannot produce without availability of hydrogen and oxygen. We cannot produce even a single particle of air. We cannot produce any particle of fire without availability of chemicals. So what we have done? We have just understood using our brain power what is knowledge and fracture to what is science. What is knowledge, what is further analyzed to science. That is what we have done. This means everything we are having knowledge about is not original, just a relative understanding of nature. Knowledge is there in nature in God, but that knowledge we have to draw from there by understanding first what knowledge is, and then apply on life to understand what that observatory system is. So everything is relative. Of course, I am related, not to my family alone. I am related to God. That's what I'm saying. God is there, but I am God's subject. I have God passport with my honor God, and I am just subject, traveling in this universe. We are traveling on passports with their governments. In every country, we go here and there. That is superficial passport. I have one electronic passport given by God to me so that I am in here, Earth visa, or you can say my country's visa. And there is no control of these countries onto my soul. These countries, all countries can control my body, they can control my movement, they cannot control my thoughts, they cannot control what I think, they cannot control what my soul says me to do, they cannot control anything because they are same as I am. We are same human being designed and conceived by that power in his own design, using his own principles, using his own theories. And all his theories are extraordinary theories, outstanding theories, out of reach of human being understanding. We cannot understand them because we are human beings. We are having very short smell of life, few decades maximum. It had been few centuries in past. As for information, I don't know right or wrong. They used to say that king used to stay so many years. Raman used to stay. Raman stayed so long in life, and this. All those are stories I don't believe in. So what I am talking about, I have to ask myself even, what is purpose of my talking? What is purpose of my elaboration of all these details, and why I am doing all this? Am I fool? Am I not required to talk to this? Or you don't need this information? That is philosophical question. See, talking is not simply talking. Talking is not done in isolation. Talking itself cannot be talked. One cannot talk for sake of talking. Talking is a medium. Tongue is a medium. Talking is nothing in original also. I am talking only if my mind asks me, orders me to talk this. My mind is sending signals to me about every talk I am making to you and whatever I speak in my life or you speak in your life. It is automatic procedure. You have to understand that. This means I am not talking, my mind is talking. I am not thinking, my mind is thinking. I have certain power on me and you have certain power on you, and that power is not small power. That power is power, superpower. That power is used until I live on this earth. That power shall never stop. That will always keep on working. Of course, may be diminished to some degree. Diminished to some degree. Depends upon me. If I want to use it, it start working again. Because I order it to work. It's mine. It's for me until I am here in this body. Soul is that which you cannot imagine, of course, and soul is not that which you can imagine. Which you can imagine may be fictitious, may be practical in life, may be not practical in life, because until you compare things to money only, to value only, to results you get, because value is nothing but results. Money is nothing but results. You are measuring your achievements, your success in form of money power, in form of achievement power, in form of what award you get. Why are you worried about money power? Why are you worried about your achievements in life? And why are you worried about what awards you get? Are you hungry of awards? Are you hungry of achievements? Are you hungry of money? How much money do you need? Do you know? You know you need only small money for your life. Your additional money is additional. You cannot use that money in your life, but it doesn't mean I'm discouraging you. No, I am not discouraging you. I'm just trying to tell you real and unreal. As real money is here, you have to do something for your planet. But we are not doing. We are doing in negative way. Of course, we are doing negatively, and we have done. We have done to immense damages of this planet. Our souls are living inside us, but we are not living inside this planet. We are living to break this planet, other planets. Again, I am shifting. My conservation is about soul, and soul is my honor. Soul is my sibling. Soul is my representative of God. This ambassador for me coming from God. That is soul. Soul is recording everything I am doing in my life. I cannot prove it also. But I assume, let us say it is right. Whatever I am doing, whatever I am talking, whatever I am thinking, there is record ongoing within my placed brain CCTV. Say, this means I am not free. I am being having surveillance on me. They are surveillance me. Good. This means my meter is on. If I am doing something, they ask me to do something. I am doing. My record is going. This means I should not worry about CV. But what I am doing is still in my hand. Sometimes what happens, my soul says do something, I don't do that. Oh no, I'm tired today. I have fatigue. I walked too much. I stood in sun. I went there and here. I'm little tired. I want rest. Okay, rest. But soul shall not rest. It doesn't rest. It pinches you all time. No, get up. Get up. You have to do this. Get up. You have to do this. And get up. You have to do this. Does it not do that? You are not able to sleep. There is tension. There's something standing around in your wire of brain telling you, no, you have to do this. Yeah, look at it. I could not sleep today. There's some problem tonight. I don't know why I didn't sleep. You did not sleep because you were having some work pending, which is important to dispose of. You did not do that. Does it not happen? Tell me it happens or not. Soul is your friend. Make use of it. Make use of soul, power, strength. And let us go back to the calculation again. Why I'm doing all this talking to you? Because you actually this calculation is in fact very boring, and it's very boring for those who do not understand mathematics. For engineers it will be easy, for other community it may not be so easy. So I just keep on working on further numbers and numbers, okay, additional numbers on contemplation, and I had reached up to 108, which gave you 7.98 to 10 to the 49 meters ball, oracle ball on your head. And if you just go to a drastic change in value, let us go to say the same sequence. If you take value of 125, say, now I jump to 125. 125 says that spherical diameter, sorry, spherical coverage, spherical area. In 125, contemplation and concentration in various stuff shall be 2.52 into 10 to power 61 meters. Just imagine. Degree of 61, power of 61 in case of 125. And it takes you to a global size, to a oracle size of 2.52 into 10 to power 58 kilometers. 10 to power 2 into, sorry, 2.52 into 10 to power 58 kilometers size of your oracle. See, where have you reached? You have reached to those locations where souls may be controller soul, souls may be Devta soul, some other souls. And if you go further on to that, and I'll just take you to other value because I do not waste time for all that. Let us take you to 143, which is uh, saying its value of diameter of oracle in 143 case, and which is also maximum number of date of birth in Gregorian calendar is 31 plus 12 plus 100, 143, and that shall take you to 2.52 into 10 to power 67 kilometer globe size, your oracle size. And if you take it to 200, let us say directly, to 200, it gives you a value of 10 to power 95, 8 into 10 to power 95 kilometers in case of 200, and in case of 212 it is 8 into 10 to power 101. So these are varying values in this case, which are very important from oracle study. This means oracle is not a fun. If you are having developed oracle, if you are having very good study, if you are very interested in this, you have contemplated a lot, you have concentrated your energies for this work, you think on, you don't waste your energy in your personal life, you don't waste your energy into enjoying your sexual life, you don't waste your energy in wasting your energy in social life, you concentrate on energies, you keep thinking, you keep studying and working etc. on your job, you use your concentration, You can use your concentration wherever is required for productive results. You will find that you are advancing everywhere into a direction which takes you to higher degree of developments. You can develop your personality, you develop character, you develop your mind, you should develop all disciplines that you need in your life. People may have surprise on your achievements, on your performance, on your concentration. There will be no time limit for you how many hours you have to work. It's up to your pleasure. You may work continuously for 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours and sleep less. It shall happen because you will be impacted upon by positive value of soul, value of spirit. You shall be called a spirited person or solistic person or a person who is shining, beaming, and not having maybe a high potential of absorptions and high potential of talking or talking on writing and responding, coordination and communication and thinking a breeze to understand what problems will be or will be projected. That type of person it makes. This means also that this aura, when you are awake, this is not open fully because you are working, you have a limited time to work, and what once you sleep, what happens? This aura awakes, acted upon, unzips. And if suppose you have aura reaching to sun, for example, which is 15 kilometers, 15 crore kilometers from here, you can develop to that value, for example. 15 kilometers, your access, your field of movement, field of scope of your aura is so much. This means if you travel in your aura, which is your right, your play privilege, because this is your aura. Aura means you may enter into that aura, go around all those of the sun distance, and you can say, oh, I was there in that, I was there in that, and I saw that and saw this. But it is your aura wherein you filled in. You got various past informations, and maybe you got your information of previous births or some other births or incoming births. This can help you that way. Maybe you may not accept about this, but this is like that. This is indication that it works as such. And if it works as such, we should make use of that, right or wrong. What happens in addition to that when you go into your aura and move in your dream sleep? You go thousands of kilometers and lakhs of kilometers into your dreams, depending on what size of aura you have developed based on your contemplation and contemplative thinking and school of thoughts and university of thought. And also, you see, you are there sleeping, someone else is also sleeping, whole world is sleeping, and you can come in same context of auras with your auras. These auras can interact, can enter into each other. Then you can say, oh, I saw some person in my dream, but I didn't know who is this. I saw that type of person and I could not recognize him, but I still remember that face was on his dream. Yes, you are right, you remember that. Because that person has also got some development of his aura, and that aura encroaches your aura, and your aura encroaches your aura. So in this encroachment, because this is a magnetic field, this software, you can enter is this overlap, and that overlap allows you to watch, see, view about that person, and that person can see this. It's like that intermingling of each auras, and there could be many intermingling in auras because your aura, your friend's aura, your brother's aura, your father's aura, and that would all in intermingling states, or they forming a temporary network for a few seconds of the moments during the dream. You know, I saw this one. I was immediately on the other side. I couldn't see them. Immediately, just in seconds, I was somewhere else. And this interconnection of intercoordination and dreams to watch, right or wrong. Few seconds, few moments. Maybe you say, oh, it's just 2 minutes. I saw so many facts, so many dreams, so many information. That immediately happened. A blood came to me and passed here, or some money came to me. I kept here. Somebody was giving me money, and somebody was talking to me about this and that. I could not understand or remember. I smell, but sometimes that person sees you and you say, oh, I signed somewhere. Oh, this I saw in that dream. This happens or not? This is what fictitious or right or realistic it is, I don't know. But this happens. This happens to me, this happens to you. I start keeping writing with my dreams sometime. I just to remember what I saw. It happens that I cannot even recall my dream the same morning. But I try to think and I make it a practice to see if I can try to not that depends upon my memory, permission of my mode that my brain gives. And if you keep on writing, you can score it on your papers. I wrote this and I saw that month. After a few months, you read this, you know, oh, I saw that one. This is right. This is called soul science. Soul is your teacher. Soul is your maker. Soul is your support. It is your promoter. It is your builder. It is your master. It is your doctor. It is your power. It is your data. You may call it God. You may call it anything. It's your friend. It's your part. It is your integrity. It is your power. It is your energy. It is work. It is knower. It is everything. It's your strength. It is your spirit. It is your soul. Soul, strength. Food gives you body strength. This gives you magnetic strength, electronic strength, electron strength, electric strength, every strength. Those person who got developed soul, you call them what are they? They themselves called sadhus, though they are not well developed. They are sadhus in some sense, but they work also for society. They are good people and they are bad people. Good people, they are what called researchers in those days, rishis and munis. They were all thinkers. They were all having developed auras. They used to travel in their auras. They show in cinemas or in theaters like that or in your serials. That is only fictitious. Whatever writer thinks that can say, oh, this was like that. But keeping experience on yourself, understanding your experience, you can say we can travel in during sleep or during vision. Suppose I'm sitting here, by chance I am asleep for 5 minutes, say sitting mode during working on computer, I feel some radiation effect and I just say I have a glimpse of sleep. I find so many dreams within that few seconds or within that few minutes. Those dreams take me somewhere I don't know where it was. But I traveled. I came back immediately. We travel in dreams and come back. This happens. This is a practicality of life. If you deny or success up to you, but I use that, I understand that, I know they are somewhere here, are somewhere there. Because body is not in line to density of air, density of aura. Aura is very light, software is very light, it has got no weight, it has got only power, relative power, and it is singles, it has waves, it has got everything field. But my body is stone. It is much heavier than that. I cannot take body into that. I can take my soul, my strength of power, my spirit into that aura, to my aura, and that into someone's aura. That is called dream. That is called movement of body. I because my soul is same as my body is. So I see myself there, I see others there in shining position, different position. Maybe I'm not that beaming, but my developed soul shall produce a crown of beaming strength, attractive strength. Similarly, I will find someone else physically not that attractive, but in dream, in soul mode, will be very beaming. Oh, this was shining so much high, beaming we call it, right? Beaming so high, talking, shining, smiling, anything. This is magnetic field, electromagnetic field. We have to understand that because that is not a skin, that is not bone, that is equipment production, radiation, super radiations. Computer gives very small radiation, but that is super radiation because even material is coming from sun, that is photons, sun rays, that can travel 15 kilometers in 8 seconds. Is it not surprising? Is it not magic? It's not a miracle. We have to understand that. This sun is giving supplies to all planets and to us. And we are using that one sun, just one sun. And whole universe is empowered with light. But when we make our powerhouse, how much work we have to do and how much light we are getting, yet today itself we cannot illumine more than say half a kilometer, 1 kilometer. For example, Burj Tower in Dubai, they illumine it at night. Can they illumine distance up to moon? Can we illumine distance even up to 8 kilometers where 9 kilometers where flight goes on at a speed of 900 kilometers per hour? Can we illumine that? We cannot illumine. Never, ever. We don't have that energy to illumine that. We can illumine our buildings or bridges or flyovers. We can illumine certain lights in flight only. But we have to be in dark during night. This means sun gives light even to sky, which is remotest. Two stars which can't be seen during daytime. What power it got? What its structure could be? We may say scientifically this is a structure, that is structure, that is all relative. We don't know structure of Earth yet, lithosphere yet, don't know. We say core has density of 8 kilometers. Density of 8 kilometers, you know what? Steel is 7,800 kilogram per cubic meter. This means average 8 kilogram per centimeter cube density is much more than steel. Steel ball in core and in mantle it is 5.5 kilogram per centimeter cube, 5.5 gram per centimeter cube, and 5,500 kilogram per meter cube. That is mantle. What material it is? Concrete itself is 2,500 kilogram per meter cube. This means 5.5 gram per meter per centimeter cube means 5,500 kilogram per meter cube is high density concrete, much high density concrete. And what is that high density concrete? How it is manufactured, how it is produced? High density concrete cannot be produced just by use of aggregates, of coarse aggregate. You can say gravels, you can say stone chips, or you can whatever. That can be produced only by use of steel, by use of steel balls or steel chips. If add the concrete mix steel chips, it can be high density concrete. But in 1 cubic meter, how much can we use if it is 5,500 kilogram per cubic meter? Because concrete itself is 2,500 kilogram per cubic meter. This means to make it 5,000, we have to have equal steel at least 50-50 at least. Say a 4,000 steel and 1,200 this or 1,500 this or 12, it will be around 5.5. Means 1:1 we have to use one concrete mix and one steel shots. Only then it can be 5.5 gram per centimeter cube mental portion. So strong structure of earth it is we could not understand so far. So structural engineering based. 1:1 steel and concrete and complete steel in core and rocks in top layer of crust. What a design! And whole is moving perpetually all time around sun and it's on its purple axis. So what is that? What is that? Is there must be some spirit for earth as well? Because material cannot work on its own and that spirit is a work of earth. That spirit is impacting our body. The center of gravity is affecting us. It is affect center of gravity is an imaginary one. But this is soul of earth. Just like there is soul in me, this is soul which controls all planets. And that soul controls me as well. Impacts upon me as well. That is called soul. That is called spiritual soul. So what we have is completely magical. When we construct a building, we have to design foundation. We have to first of all analyze that structural loads, actions coming onto that according to our codes, according to what is. We have to work on each and every theory, on each and every design formula, and reach some standard answer that this is what we are going to do. And then we have to work on soil investigation, foundation design, beam design, column design, this design, and that design. And we say now structure is safe. But here is no structure except one sphere, whole planet of Earth, all the planets and solar system and everywhere and all universes. How they are working? It's not magical. We cannot know that because we are too small, we have too small knowledge. We are only human being. We cannot know what we are taught. We cannot know more than that. We have to discover that. And that discovery is called work of soul. Your work of soul is more than what knowledge you have. Because that knowledge you learn in university comes from someone and that person got it from someone. So this is transfer of person to person, time to time. It happens. But we have to understand that. This is what to tell about. Now explanation shall never end, talks shall never end. What we have to understand is that our life is dependent, absolutely dependent, relatively dependent, physically dependent, mentally dependent, solistically dependent on soul. If you are solistic, you are powerful. If you are flexible, you are not powerful. If you are sleeping, you are not powerful. If you are depressed, you are not powerful. You have to energize yourself. You have to supply your energy to yourself. You have to supply energy taking from envelope to yourself. You have to supply energy taking from nature to yourself in form of air, in form of sun, in form of whatever agencies or work upon us, in form of water, in form of heat, in form of food, everything. You have to upgrade your energy. You have to upgrade your soul of thought. You have to upgrade your mind. You have to upgrade your working. You have to drop your laziness. You have to drop your negative thoughts. Then only you can augment your knowledge, augment your power, augment your soul strength, augment your everything, and you can reach the top, 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 and top, and top, and top, and top, and you can reach the skies. Otherwise, you will be like an animal on the ground, nothing else. Your mind is your director, your designer, your master, your top, your everything. Make your mind solistic. Don't dip in your mind in small things. Don't dip in your mind in your matrimonial affairs only. Don't dip your mind in just entertainment only. Entertain to remove stresses from your soul work. Entertainment is that only. If I am tired or some fatigue here, I want to see some relaxation to divert my attention from that what we may be tired. I want to just deplete that effect on that. I'm going to see cinema or something else, or I'm using a subject that gives me pleasure. That is why entertainment is not. Therefore, I will stop this only after saying that it is not easy. It requires your energy. And your energy, if you feel depressed, start working on your energy. If you are tired, don't feel tired. Start working. If you start working, you will get energy by work itself, and that additional energy will deplete your deficient energy. You replace it, replenish it, and that's required. Life moves like that. There are stages you have to take rest also. Take rest, no issue. It's your right. But your mind will not rest. Remember, it cannot rest. It is not meant for rest. It will impact you. It will chip your mind, hack your mind. It will all time keep do this, do this, do this, do this, or I'm not happy. You have to keep your mind also happy, like you keep your boss happy, like your wife happy, like your husband happy, like your individual society happy, or everything. Your mind is everything. Your mind can at one time be a devil, and your mind at one time can be sadhu. Your mind at one time can be fighter, your one time can be submitter. What do you want? You want to submit or you want to work? You want to submit or you want to lead? You want to submit or you want to move? You want to submit or you want to move others with you? What you want? It's up to you to decide. You want to stay just a drop in water and sea or ocean, or you want to do something else? It's up to you. You want to be a rock or you want to be a basalt rock? Basalt rock is having a pressure of say 4,000 tons per square meter in sea, and in ocean is 10,000 tons per square meter, and it gets crushed into. And after getting crushed into this rock, which is there at 10 kilometer height, its salt from that rock comes up and makes sea water itself salty. Do you want that sea water yourself? Its soul is solidified sources get diluted by this weight of water, and it allows pumping of oil from below. What do you want you to see yourself? It's very difficult. It's not difficult. It's understanding. It depends upon what you understand. What I am saying is, don't take it as a religious matter. Soul is not religious. Spirit is not religious. Not at all. This chart I fixed here is just for reference that I don't believe in a religion. If I believe, I feel all. This five-sided says it's control. This five-sided one. I'm just telling I have to be in control of all. If religions are there, fine. Thank you very much. I'm with you. But I'm not confined to anything as such. I am confined to my thoughts, my brain, which is God here in. They say God is in you. Yes, God is here. God is here and God is here. I believe in God is here because it is my master, it is my support, it is my director, it is my director and director. It will tell me do this is good for you, do this is bad for you. That's what I want. The soul is my I salute soul. And you also salute soul. Soul is God, soul is nature, soul is universe, soul is everything. If you retrain your soul, you are good. If you don't train your soul, you neglect it, it will neglect you. You cannot move in your life. You just confined to small money, which is nothing. But what you are contributing to the universe, that is important. Your body should contribute, your mind should contribute, your thought should, your money should contribute to this universe. And then you are successful. Then you are saying you can part of God. Otherwise, you are thrown away from God. That's what I'm saying. Well, it's only plastic talking I'm doing because I want to let you understand. Use your power, don't waste your power. Don't be just behind money. Money is for your support. You are not support for your money. You have to use that money for your betterment, for your life. If you are well educated, have more values. If you are less educated, think more to make you better. Education is medium. It is a tool to make you better, to make you better work. It's not everything, right? So at this moment today, I shall like to hold here for something which I will discuss tomorrow, because everything cannot be explained in a moment or two or an hour or two. It's not easy. It takes time, and it takes your attention also. It's not simply time. If you are good, you can attain. If you're not good, you cannot attain. That is important. And I would say that it's already about more than 2 hours for this video, and it's not very, you can suggest you to keep you hanging more than this, and you will not like to watch so long because all of you are busy. I am busy too, but communication is very important, and you are lucky that we are having a video technology which allows you to hold in between. You can watch in stages or you can watch in videos, and it's up to you whether or not to watch. It's your prerogative. My duty I have done, and I shall keep you doing this in next videos, because it is a different subject. It keeps on moving. I keep limited explanation only for you, and you can use their own. So I'm just closing it down, and thank you very much for your kind attention. Dhanyavad. Thank you. Jai Bharat.